Welcome back to Great Day St. Louis, my friends. What if we told you that you could go to one store and find any kind of collectible your heart desires? Talking custom jewelry, diamonds and semi-precious jewels, watches, rare coins, even antiques. Well, there is one place where you can find it all, Jewels on Hampton. Coins, jewelry, and collectibles. Jewels on Hampton is a local treasure in South St. Louis. A fine jewelry store with a design team to create your perfect next piece of jewelry. No matter your choice of gemstone. Of course, diamonds, but they also create custom pieces from rubies, sapphires, emeralds, and all of the colored stones in custom settings by their experts. With full-service jewelry and watch repair. And they are always buying jewelry, paying some of the highest prices for your old jewels and gems. You have to see their extensive collection of modern and vintage watches, including a great selection of pocket watches and brands from Rolex to Cartier. Jewels on Hampton buys and sells coins and collectible currency. Whether you need to round out your collection or you want coins as an investment, they have fair prices and inventory that changes daily. Proof sets, vintage currency, commemorative coins, even bullion bars. When you step into the antiques and collectibles area, you will marvel at the eclectic selection of art, figurines, toys, clocks, militaria, mineral geodes, and sports memorabilia. They are always buying gold, silver, and precious metals, jewelry, loose stones, fine watches, and antiques and collectibles. If you're looking for a unique gift, want to add to your own collection, or are looking for an investment, stop in to Jewels on Hampton to browse. Their staff is as passionate as you are about beautiful things. I mean, so much. Just something for everybody. Jewels on Hampton, located at 4506 Hampton Avenue. You could give them a call at 314-752-5000 or find them on the web at jewelsonhampton.com.